Lexi. Hi, I'm Muhan, an engineering manager at Datadog. As software engineers, it feels like we're slowed down constantly. Whether I'm responding to incidents, creating new infrastructure, or even just deploying, I hit friction every step of the way. That's why today, I'm thrilled to introduce a fully managed internal developer portal. The IDP to help engineers ship quickly and confidently using what you already have in Datadog. Working with unfamiliar services is a part of daily life. I'll never forget when I first responded to an incident caused by a dependency going down, how hard it was to fill in the blanks in the middle of the night. Let's see how Datadog helps with this. This is IDP's software catalog. Here, I can see my services as part of a greater whole. To set this up, I can start fresh or import my existing topology from Backstage. A clean start includes all of the individual pieces of my system architecture, using what's already in Datadog. Using AI, these pieces are composed into context-rich systems with titles and descriptions telling me how they relate. Right at the top, I quickly find out where code lives and what documentation I can read. I see detailed information about the services my team is already monitoring with Datadog. When coming from Backstage, Datadog completes the picture, filling in the gaps and overlaying real-time telemetry onto each component. Understanding my system in relation to best practices also slows me down. As an engineer, I really only hear about this from the occasional migration email. I really only care when my own builds start failing. The feedback loop is slow, and information is scattered across tons of spreadsheets. With Scorecards, I can see a list of best practices measured against my services. Scorecards keep me in the loop about any ongoing platform work. I can quickly see where we're at with deployment, security, and alerting best practices, and know that any required checks are passing before I start a build. Speaking of migrations, they honestly tend to usually be pretty simple. But even if it's as easy as changing a couple lines of YAML, I end up getting slowed down by all the back and forth between my infra and platform teams. Using self-service actions, I can find templates that let me manage infrastructure quickly and safely. I can perform actions on components like data stores and queues or spin up new ones. This create S3 bucket with Terraform action was made by my infra team for me. I can fill in any required information like the bucket, the region, and a justification, and then just hit Create PR. A new pull request is automatically created and assigned to the infrastructure team for approval, and I can view it right in GitHub. Now that the bucket's been created, I see it automatically reflected as a dependency in the system overview page. It complies with everything we need it to, covering regulation, internal processes and best practices, and any permissions. As a platform engineer, I love the idea of building templates like this. But I don't want to have to learn yet another product-specific system. The S3 creation flow we just looked at was powered by App Builder, the way to build low-code apps within Datadog. With AI, I can make these templates for developers fast. Because App Builder runs in a low-code, controlled environment, I can get the joy of vibe coding with the safety of predefined components. Let's say I want to make a template for creating new RDS instances. I can start a new app from scratch, and then start from AI. I'll tell Bits what I need, and it generates the template for me. Bits explains what it did and confirms any sensitive details around environment or policies. Then I'll just follow up with any tweaks. I'll make sure it looks good. When I'm satisfied, I'll publish this app for others to use. Because Bits uses policies that I've already configured and vetted elsewhere, I can share this template confidently and know that it'll run safely every time. All right, we just saw a lot of stuff. Let's recap. Datadog IDP is the only developer portal that knows your system and stays up to date automatically. You can understand your services without overhead, track best practices with scorecards, and manage your infrastructure with AI. Sign up today for IDP and see how you can level up your engineering culture.